for people who are dealing with chronic pain, chronic illness, be it physical illness or mental illness, um, is just a question, which is, what if the symptoms that you're feeling are divine messengers? What if that is your body's way of getting your attention and bringing your awareness into something that is out of balance within you, something that needs to be looked at, presenced, cared for? Your body is not a set of haywire systems that just randomly fritz out. It's not what's going on. And the analogy I always use is, if your check engine light in your car comes on and you go to the mechanic were to lift the hood and snip the wire to the check engine light and put down the hood and be like, that's $500. You'd be like, we didn't look at the engine. But we do that to ourselves all the time. When our bodies are having symptoms, that's the check engine light. And so the key is not to just make that symptom go away. It's to like look inside and figure out, what is that telling me about my system? And this is hard to do on your own. I have guides to do this with me. I mean, this is tricky work to go into our own systems and have clarity around what that is, because we have so many layers of protection that will come in to not, that don't want to make the unconscious conscious. And so that's where having a guide, I think, can be really helpful, that we can really invite whatever unconscious beliefs or emotions or impacts we've been carrying. We can bring them forward, and then we can touch into them with just gentleness and understanding. And then it's like, oh, if anybody has a kid, it's like, my kid's freaking out. And then once you realize why they're freaking out, it's so much easier to have compassion for them than it is. They're just like, freaking out all the time, or like angry all the time. If we understand why, so we start to see through these layers of distraction with this heart of compassion, and like, oh, I really understand that you're trying to protect me, or that this was a really painful event, and so there's been strategies that you've created, or behaviors or patterns, to not feel into that again, or to protect you from being hurt again. And when your body manifests illness on whatever level, that is an opportunity for us to be with things and to practice being with them as they are. Discomfort is the resistance to being with what's here. And so we
Yeah.
get to look at, well, what's causing that resistance? What comes up when I think about my chronic pain, or my cancer diagnosis, or my heart disease, or my headaches, or my diarrhea, or my, the anxiety, like my diarrhea. I'm like, it's not yours. It's just a symptom that's here. We don't have to own it and hold on to
Mm.
it.